Welcome to the Panther Pause, your source for literacy professional development in 3 minutes or less. We've been talking about engagement and motivation and have already synthesized the research to focus on 4 major themes. The one I want to talk about today is all about something we all do. Sometimes, as disciplinary experts, we naturally assume that our students have more knowledge and skills than they actually do, because it's easy for us to read a recipe card or structure our math workbook so we are able to write with precision. We assume our students already know how to do the same. So let's stop and ask, are students not motivated or engaged because we're asking them to do something they don't know how to do? Maybe we need to use a think aloud. A think aloud is an explicit modeling of how a disciplinary expert thinks while they are engaging in a literacy practice, such as reading, writing, speaking, listening, or viewing. The idea is to select 1 or 2 strategies that experts in your field use and make them out loud, so they're not something that we're doing internally and naturally. Instead, we're making our practices explicitly clear for students. So for example, if I want to demonstrate how an oceanographer reads a scientific study, I might help them with visualization when they're looking at the title so they're able to make sense of unfamiliar words. The way a historian would activate prior knowledge when reading a political cartoon to make sense of what that cartoon is trying to satirize. After you select 1 or 2 strategies and the text that you're going to use them on, then it's time to plan for the think aloud. Ness and Kenny recommend filling out a chart ahead of time to think about what part of the text you will pause at, what you're going to say in order to help make your thinking explicit for students, and the specific reading comprehension strategy that you're going to use. So it would look something like this. When I'm preparing for a think aloud, I might put post-it notes on my PowerPoint, in the book I'm using, on the article, to help me stop and explicitly explain what I'm thinking in order to comprehend that text. In Liniere's article, she works with English language learners, and not only does she model this verbally, but also uses sentence stems on the board to help her English language learners track with her as she's doing the think aloud. But don't automatically assume that modeling means your students have now mastered it. They need time to practice using this strategy in a whole class, small group, partner, and individual setting. Once they know how to complete the assignments that you're giving them, they're more motivated to actually do them. And that leads to student results. Thanks for pausing.